If you've read the title, you are not mistaken. I'm going to be migrating out of OKS and server 48 by the end of this season. So in the next season, you should be seeing me at a brand new home. And if you want me to potentially join your alliance, we're going to do this in a really funky and fun way in the beginning and announcement of this video. So if you want me to potentially apply to join your alliance in Call of Dragons, remember, I am in Season of Strife, so you need to be in one of these divisions that is in the server scenario, allowing me to obviously migrate into you guys. But what we're going to do is pretty simple. I'm going to ask you guys to send me a Discord message, and I want it to be a funky message. I want you to sell yourself. I want you to give me the reason to join. So I already know, honestly, I already know if you're the Row boys, the Rows are already going to be telling me they're the Orca whales. They are the whale crew, the master builders of Call of Dragons. I want that type of hype. I want all of that cool hype. I don't care how cringe you go. And even if you make a video or put some GIFs and images, whatever you want, in your little, message that you're going to send to me, what we're going to do is get all of them. Yes, you heard right. I'm going to get all of those messages and we're going to make a video on it. And by the end of that video, I will determine where I'm going to go next season. And all based on how good you guys are in that initial interview, plus obviously from what information I already know from those alliances. So if you find that a fun idea and you think it's going to be a funky video, you know what to do. Hit a comment down below. Hit my Discord up already with a direct message on me joining your alliance. So now we've gone through that announcement and gone through the kind of fun part of the video, let's talk about the reasons why, right? Why am I migrating? Because a lot of people are probably wondering, right? Because I'm in OKS right now. So if you guys don't know, I am in OKS. This is basically NASA of last season, as well as formerly known as Arkham, I believe, if my history is correct, from my brain anyway. Could be wrong. I'm happy to be corrected in the comments. However, the thing is, last season, as you guys might have known, I was part of Order 66. So big shout out to Order 66, Server 33, all of the mercenaries out there, because it was fun. It was really fun being an Order 66 merc for 2 seasons. However, as you guys know, last season was the very, very final season. You was able to spend 5,000 gems to migrate. And back then, I had an option. I could choose to try and migrate into BDO. I could try to migrate into OKS. Could go into RKO. They had my 3 main options for those, because I'm going to be honest, I wasn't really feeling laws at the time. And the thing is, I know RKO and there's a few guys in there. And to be honest, I would have loved to connect potentially with like Wallaby and a few other guys from the past if they're still in there, right? But I would have loved to maybe gone there, right? However, I chose something different, right? Because I was already fighting in NASA, and to be honest, the atmosphere was amazing. I actually love the atmosphere, the community push, how they're able to create these events to make things fun while downtime, because that's the problem with Call of Dragons. It's a bit boring when there's nothing happening, you're constantly farming, or you're just not doing it, right? And the issue last season that NASA faced was activity. Everyone knows it. Activity was the biggest issue in the whole alliance. And what happened was with the leader, Chidi and that, they all decided to migrate to server 48 for a fresh new start. However, they recruited new blood, right? So there's new blood in the alliance, a new server as well with DK joining us from the actual initial last season with NASA as well. And the thing is, the expectations were with the migration, we should have a new roster of players which are super active, what we've been wanting to compete on that level potentially like BDO and all the super alliances, just on activity, not maybe on power, but on activity, because activity does win Call of Dragons. However, as you guys know, in this season, it's been kind of the opposite. It's kind of been, I'm going to be honest, a repeat of last season, where it started off really well. The first day, we had like 120, 140 members online. amazing. Love to hear that on the activity side. Made the fighting crazy. But now it's hard to get 100 on. I'm going to be honest. It's hard to get. It seems like at any given time we might have anything between 40 to 90, maybe 100, unless there's a super big Discord push and ping, and then you get quite a lot more on potentially. But generally it's not, and you can see it. You can see it in the activity when we're fighting, and you can just see even how the map has developed, right? Comparing it to certain other servers in these zone 4s, they're still all the way back here. They're still locked up in these really hard choke points in the map. They've not had to really been pushed all the way back to this dead zone right now. Same when you look at even the zone 2 fights, a lot of them have been in a very good stalemate, unless one right near the end has bulldozed all the way through. But that wasn't the case here. It was kind of, GG being a really good alliance. Big W to GG members watching this video as well. No hate on you guys. I've been having fun playing some cavalry mini games with you while we've been bored. But GG have just showcased the activity level, right? And they have dominated the amount of troops at any given time on the field. Another really big, massive disadvantage we've had, I'm going to be honest, was infantry. I'm going to be honest, infantry was crazy. This is one of the most important and crucial things about Call of Dragons, and I'm going to make a video all about this in the future. But infantry, you can see how many infantry marches those guys on GG have, and when you compare it to ours, it's like not even 20%. We've got like not even a fifth. We've got so little. It's like for our 1, they've got 4 or 5, maybe 6. It's crazy, right? It is absolutely crazy how one-sided it is. And even when our alliance officers have pushed our members to get those tanks to level 6 there, or to even get your Madeline leveled up, or your Garwood leveled up, or even your Eliana leveled up, they've given any excuse. We just need infantry tanks out there. It seems like no one's done it, and that's another kind of big bummer to me, because it's like you really need this, and it kind of all comes together with the issues, right? And that's kind of why I'm going to be leaving OKS. I'm going to be honest, there's no honest hate towards the management here that you can see, which is Dab, Rhinos Cruci, Karate, Pickle, Guard. Like, no, I don't, none of these guys. I actually love all of these guys. Like, they're really good members, especially like M. Love M. She's really cool as an officer. She knows what she's doing when she's online, and she's really good at taking control. I love it. Same with like when Dab's on and Rhinos is on and Kirito, but Kirito's not in this officer area at the minute. He's probably just dipped out somewhere and he's probably just jumped back in. So he probably might be in R1, maybe not. But Kirito, for example, as well. Big shout out to you, my dude, right? No hate on anyone. No hate. It's just the way this season has gone. And I think even a lot of members are feeling it, right? Another thing I want to talk about is just like the fighting. It's just not been what we wanted. The statue fight was kind of a prime example. This is one thing where we were promised kind of, activity. It was not even activity, just things to do. We was hoping, being the very first division, to have an open statue fight. I was hoping to have the very first statue fight of Season of Strife, right, against GG. But that didn't happen. They had markers all over this to avoid it, and we had to basically find our allies up on the top. Don't get me wrong, I understand that's kind of a smart decision if you're trying to maximize you and your allies' elixirs and merits that you have versus your enemy. But at the same time, it's kind of not what we signed up for. We signed up for fighting the guys, and we was expecting to be fighting these guys all the time. Even in the alliance chat, a lot of members were confused why we wasn't fighting here, even though even myself at one point and many others were all teleported around this area. But you know what I mean? So it's been just a really disappointment of a season. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to be honest. I'm not giving up. You guys know I've got my T5, even though you guys think I am Mephisto all of a sudden once I've said I've got my T5. I have 486k, guys. It's not a lot. I literally have 1 March worth of T5 Spearman, and then I have basically enough left over to keep, you know, using multiple marches before I need to start healing up my T5 archers. So that's all I've got. Apart from that, everything you've been seeing has been T4. Even the mage reports are all T4. I've been slowly working on that infantry, so hopefully over time I can get these two maxed out. So all my spearmen and axemen are all T5. Would be beautiful. But I've had 3.6 million merits. I've loved it. You know, I've had fun. I've been fighting. I've non-stop fighting, and I'm hoping, right, there's gonna be more fighting on the way when it comes up to not this realistically area, but we might have to. But when it comes into zone 5, I personally don't know the plan. I don't know what the plan is. It's not looking good at the moment, but who knows? There might be a secret, you know, puzzle that I have not seen, which gives us all the access into this zone. Who knows, right? But that is the reasoning why I'm leaving, right? Now why I'm leaving OKS. And it's just because of, it's just not hit expectations, and it's just felt like a repeat of last season. Let's be honest of it, right? So if you guys want me to join or to migrate into your kingdom or into your alliance, you know what to do. Remember what I said in the beginning of the video. I will repeat it now for you guys. Send me a really funky, really creative, fun DM for me, right? To apply to your alliance, why you'd like me to join your alliance, why your alliance is so great and so forth. And then I'm going to put them all on a video, and we'll pick, or I'll pick the best one. Or maybe I'll let you guys pick in the comment section. I'll let you guys decide maybe in this video. Tell me what you want, and we might decide in the next video. So if you've enjoyed it, smash like, comment, and subscribe. Until the next one, guys, stay safe, stay sneaky. Peace out.